Hey everybody and welcome back. I hope you had a great week and a great Valentine's Day and you felt lots of love. This week we're going to be talking about the differences between a Canva Pro account and a Canva free account. Looking back, I definitely think a Canva Pro account would be in my top 5 things to purchase to get started. It just gives you, it's just so user friendly. It gives you such a clear idea of what you want your brand to be. It helps you be consistent and organized, and it's just something that I use every day for lots of different things. So today I'm just going to go over my top features in Canva Pro, the features that I use every day, the features that I would miss if I didn't have this program anymore. And if you're just starting out, seriously, don't worry. Canva is so user friendly. It's just easy to learn, it's easy to build on your skills, and they just make it fun to design. So I'm going to be going through a lot of features today. So let's get started, okay? Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about are the photos and stock photos that Canva has. I'm going to go ahead and just open up a blank design here. And on the left hand side, we have our menu, and I click on photos. And this is where Canva provides a whole bunch of stock photos and stock videos as well. Now on the free version, they have about a million or so options for you. I know that sounds like a lot, but when everybody's using them, you want your brand to stand out and be noticed and use things that not everybody is using. With the paid version, there's 60 million images available for you to use. You can just go up into the search bar at the top and type in anything. Let's go sewing. So I'll type that in, and you can just search through all of them and find something that fits your aesthetic, your vibe. Let's just see what this one is here. I like something very warm and homey. And as you type something in at the top, you can also go over to the little filter button. Any colors you want to pull out, anything like that. Orientation, so this is really great if you're working on an Instagram post, you're looking for something square. This is going to pull up all the square images. If you're looking for something for a Pinterest pin or something like that, you want it to be very vertical, so it takes up the most room on the Pinterest feed. So that's very helpful there. You can also sort free and pro. This is more for if you have a free account and you're trying to weed out those pro images that you can't use anyway. This is a great way to do it. So like I said before, Canva also has the option now of using stock videos as well. So back to our menu on the side here, I'll click on videos, and there's just some really, really nice options for use in YouTube videos, for use in Instagram stories, TikToks, anything like that. And another great feature that I love with Canva Pro is it gives you the ability to save things in folders. So if you're working on different social media platforms, you have a YouTube channel, you're wanting to organize your graphics into different sections, Canva has the ability to save things in folders. So I've had Canva for years and years. I have stuff all over the place, stuff that I've made for me, things that I've made for my businesses. And so if you just go into the project tab here on the left side and go up to the plus arrow, you can actually add a new folder. So let's say I want to have a folder of my Pinterest templates. So with a free Canva account, I believe you get 2 folders. So it is a nice option. You still get a place to store a couple of things. And with the paid account, you have unlimited folders, so you can really organize and categorize everything that you need to. And just tacking on to the storage component, in the free version, you get 5 gigabytes of storage on their server. It sounds like a lot, maybe, but it's not really. When you have a lot of high quality images, and especially duplicates of things, if you're duplicating a post for Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, if you have videos, it's really not a lot of room. And with the paid version, you have 100 gigabytes of room. And the next thing I want to talk about is called the brand kit. It's over here on your homepage on the left hand side under tools, just right at the bottom there. We'll click, and this is a place where you can organize your brand and keep everything consistent when it comes to fonts, colors, like color palettes. You can store your logos. So up at the top here, I have my logo for the board and bobbin. It's always in one place. It's always easily accessible. You don't have to go searching for it. That's really handy. Here we have brand colors. So you can add different palettes depending on what you're going for. So you can go in and actually hand select each color. So you just click on add and discover palettes. And this is a great place, especially when you're starting out your business, to just get an idea of the kind of aesthetic, the kind of feeling you want someone to think of when they think of your brand. So you can actually go in and if you like this idea, but you want to switch out a couple colors, you can totally do that too. You just click on the color and, just find your new color and you can tweak it that way. Okay, so that's colors and logos. We also have fonts. So Canva has so many great fonts. With the free account, you do get a lot of fonts. The pro account gives you the ability to choose from all the fonts in their catalog, and it also gives you the option to upload your own fonts, which is really great. And it's great to have some consistency in your fonts with whatever you're doing. It just gives a specific brand image that people are going to recognize. So I'll just show you how you can incorporate the brand kit when you're designing. So I'll just go up to create a design and go to an Instagram post. So if I want to add a title at the top, I just go over to text, and right there at the top is my board and bobbin brand font. So I just add my heading and type in my title. And it's right there. It's the fonts that you use consistently, the ones that people know from your brand. So that's easy to do there. And then, you just click on things and you can add them. If I wanted to make this into more of a photo style post, let's say I wanted to add a photo frame. We'll find something like that. Add it in. And to use my brand colors, I just go into, click on my background and click on my colors. And here this brings up the color palette, and I have my palette right here at the top. So I can play around and see what I like. I also really like when you do this, it brings up colors that are in your photo. So this is really handy. So it looks like it's just pulling out colors that it finds in the actual photo. And that's a really great way to have consistency as well. And then to access your brand logo, you just go over to our menu and go down to logos, and it should be right there. You can just pop it in. Easy. Easy, easy. The next thing is how to resize the same graphic to use on different platforms. So if I go down and just pick out an Instagram post that I used this week, this is just a photo that I used on my Instagram feed. What you can actually do in the Pro account is go on up to the top to the menu bar up here and click Resize. And this is going to give you options to resize it basically in any custom dimension you would like. So let's say it's already an Instagram post, so let's make it into a Facebook post. This is going to size it. You can play around with it a little bit too. This is going to size it to be optimal on the program that you're putting it on. So there's Facebook post. Let's say we want to make it into a Pinterest pin. Here we go, Pinterest pin. So these are, so Pinterest pins are very vertical. They're up and down. So this is something that you can do to really optimize when people are searching for your keywords and scrolling through. This is going to take up more room on the Pinterest feed, so they're more apt to click on it. And another thing that you can do beforehand that is super time saving is you just click on social media here and click on quick create. So this creates a collection of designs that are optimized for your different channels. So it gives you options here. So let's make some things here. Let's go Instagram post, story, Facebook post, Pinterest pin. Let's do that. Continue. Okay, let's add our main message. So let's say we want to advertise those blankets that we had pulled up before. So let's type in swaddle blanket. Well, they're actually bamboo, so let's do that. Bamboo muslin swaddle blanket. Any additional text? Let's go super soft and loved by moms everywhere. Okay, continue. We're gonna upload our images, so let's go in and find that picture. There it is. We can select our logo as well. We have our logo. We can go down. This gives you a template collection. So this sorts it by categories basically. So elegant, simple, geometric, organic, modern. So let's click on modern and see what we have here. Okay, so it's giving us some options here. It's not our colors, but we're going to fix that in the next step. So let's click on our palette and see what we have. And this is the image palette. So this is kind of along the same lines of what we talked about before. This brings out all the colors in the photo, so it really gives it a cohesive look. So let's try that. Let's try that one. Okay. So we have our palette. You can pick your fonts too if you want to switch it to your brand fonts. There's a whole bunch down here you can choose from. Let's just choose something simple and easy to read. Okay, so let's click finish. So it says your designs are ready. We've saved them in a new folder for you. We're going to open it up and see what we have. If you're not super picky about the specific details of everything, this is a good option, and you can tweak it later. So let's just open our Pinterest pin here. And we just see it. And let's say we don't like this color. Let's say we want to change it up to white and bring out some green in that side piece. If you want to have your title bigger, you can do that as well. It's very easy to tweak. This just gives you a really good starting place. Yep, and then you can just resave it and it goes back into that folder. So if you're doing work in custom printables or anything like that, the Pro account is really great to have, because when you list your printables on Etsy or wherever you sell them, it's really nice to have an option that people can print them out in different sizes. So what I like to do is I have they purchase my listing and they have 5 different attachments so they can print it out in whatever size they like. So this is just a mental wellness tracker that I made up, and it's in 8.5 by 11 right now. Then we can go up to resize it, and you can size it. Let's say we want to do a half sheet and give them the option to print it out on a half piece of paper. So we can do that and resize. And then you can just tweak it like that if you want it to fill the whole page. So that's a really great option, especially for people who sell printables and need to make them into different sizes. So these next 2 things kind of go together. It's the background remover and creating a transparent background. So what I use the transparent background the most for is when I'm creating designs in Canva to either put on a t-shirt or a baby onesie, things that I cut out on my cutting machine on my Cricut. So let's just go in and quick design something quick. Let's make a baby onesie. We're gonna find a muffin and make a stud muffin shirt. So let's just click this muffin. We're gonna add some font, stud. Okay, so here's our design that we're going to use. We're going to go on up to share and download. And we're going to make sure it's a PNG file, and we're going to click the transparent background box. So what this is going to do is when you save it, it's not going to be saved with the white background behind it. So this is going to give you the ability to upload it as an SVG and let you cut it out on the machine. And the next thing that I use a lot that kind of goes hand in hand with the transparent background is a background remover. So I'm just going to open up another design here. I use this a lot when creating YouTube thumbnails. I use it when I'm creating product photos. It just gives a really nice clean look. So if I go over into uploads and just upload, so let's just find something that we want to remove the background in. So let's just pick this photo, for example. Just uploading it, and I'm going to put it onto my canvas here. Oh, the top. There it is. Okay. So you're going to click on the image, go up to Edit Image, and this shows you how much I use background remover because it's in recently used. We're just going to click on it, and it's going to think, and there we go. We're left with our image with no background. So this gives us the ability to add a new background behind it. So you can pick your color your background. Let's just pick out, sure, that looks good. If you have a photo that you're uploading, so let's just use this super cute picture of me. And you do your background remover and you're finding that it's not really crisp around the edges. This especially happens around hair. If your hair's up and you have flyaways, it can sometimes confuse the algorithm. So you have to go back in and fine tune it. So let's say that it missed this little piece of snow in between Claire and I. Well, you just want to zoom in, and you're going to go in and you're going to erase the parts of the photo that it missed. So you can do your brush size here. It's very helpful to zoom in as close as you can, especially when you're working with very small areas. And then I'm just going to take that little brush tool and paint in the area that it missed. And the number 1 feature that I use on Canva Pro is the content planner. You just upload it to the calendar and you don't have to worry about it. It just goes up automatically when you choose. So Monday mornings is when I schedule all my content for the week, so I don't have to worry about Instagram posts, Facebook posts, things like that for the whole week. I just do it once, take a couple hours on Monday, and it's finished. So let's schedule a post for next Tuesday, just for example. So we're going to go in and let's find a post that I've made already that we can schedule. Let's do this one. I haven't put this one up yet. This is one I had made previously that we can schedule for next week. This is just telling the program what day, what time, and where you want to put it. So it says here, this is your Instagram post created by me, and this is the date we want to schedule it. So if it's the wrong date, you can go ahead and change the date and time. Select what you'd like. Let's say we want to schedule this one for 10:04 a.m. Let's do a morning post, and we're just going to click done. And this select a channel is just telling you where you want to put it. Let's put it on Facebook. And here is the place where you're going to write your post description. So let's just write something. Okay, I've written a little blurb about my post. You can also add in your hashtags, any links you'd like here. And we're just going to go ahead and schedule that post. You can also get to the scheduler from the editor. So I just go up and I want to share on social and click schedule. And this is another place where you can schedule. So we have it scheduled for the same day, Tuesday at 10 a.m. We're going to put it on our Instagram post instead. I like to add my hashtags on Instagram as well. I use display purposes to generate them. So I'm going to put home decor, door hanger, wreath maybe, and Etsy. Click manual. I'm going to go through and just select my 30 hashtags, making sure that they apply to my post. Okay, I've got my 30 hashtags. I'm going to copy and go back to my post and paste them. Okay, there we go. We have this now scheduled to Facebook and Instagram for next Tuesday. The content calendar is also helpful because it gives you certain holidays, days that you may not know about otherwise. If you forgot that, let's say, International Women's Day is on March the 8th, it's there for you so you can schedule a post for that day because you know about it now. And it also gives you a whole bunch of really, really fun templates for those holidays. So let's click on International Women's Day and look what comes up. You have a whole bunch of templates to start from to show your support for International Women's Day. It's pretty cool. World Wildlife Day. Here's a whole bunch that you can go off of if that's something that fits your niche and or is important to you. If I had to go back to the beginning of starting my business all over again, this would be definitely probably in my top 5 of things to purchase to get going, because it really gives you the ability to stay true to your brand and really gives you the tools to create a brand in the first place. And that's it for this week. Thank you guys so much for following along. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please let me know. I really believe this is worth it, and I really believe that it's gonna put your brand to the next level. So if you liked this video and would like to see more along these lines, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing, and we'll see you next week. Okay guys, bye!